And new tonight at 11, a military vet's daughter says the government is forcing her to pay back $50,000 in college tuition.
It's a lot of money. She's already completed 3 years, and she is now giving up hope of a 4-year degree after they yanked her father's GI Bill.
Investigative reporter Julia Janae is digging into what a Jacksonville woman calls a broken promise.
So I was always thinking ahead of, okay, if I get married, if I have children, then what? Who would I, provide for?
When a young Jordan Bigby thought about going to college one day, she had one goal for herself: no student loans.
I wanted to actually work for it.
She grew up a military kid, moving base to base with her Army father. It was when she turned 17 that he told her he would be transferring his GI Bill to cover her educational future.
When you get that news that someone can pay for your entire college, you're not worrying about anything else.
She wasn't worried about tuition or housing at the Santa Monica Community College in California because every month her benefits statement from the VA said paid.
You're entitled to receive 100% of benefits.
And what those statements meant to her:
that you're covered completely, no matter what happens.
But what did happen was tens of thousands of troops laid off in 2015, a reduction in forces affecting military across the nation. Bigby's dad was given an honorable discharge and his walking papers after 18 years. He was 6 months shy of completing his required service.
It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. And as far as my dad, he's given them so many years. And he had 3 years left of his retirement and 6 months left of his obligation. So I feel like it's a little unjust.
The VA told Bigby her tuition benefits had ended and she was forced to withdraw from school.
I was disappointed.
But on top of that, the VA wanted back the $40,000 they had already paid the past 3 years.
Pretty much told me, well, you're not going to win.
She's been fighting the debt ever since.
For me not to be covered when this is what was in my face every single month sent to me, about 100% of the benefits. Unfortunately, that's not the case today.
In the latest VA decision, it acknowledges Bigby's father left due to circumstances beyond his control, but that doesn't matter. Quote, she is still required to repay this debt, end quote.
Well, it's tough. It's like any time one signs a contract, whether it's a mortgage on a house or a car, buying a car, payments aren't made, something happens, is repossessed or foreclosed. And this is a very similar situation.
Private attorney Gary Beard, a retired Army general, says the Army has been exploring GI Bill options for those who leave service involuntarily, but there's nothing on the books yet.
You're just shy of 6 months out of a 4-year obligation. And so all or nothing, that's the policy, but maybe okay, drop off to 6 months. Make it fair. Again, that's something that the Department of Defense is going to have to figure out.
Meanwhile, the debt-free life Bigby tried to build.
And that's one of my fears, is that I won't be truly able to provide for anyone.
Now overhauled by an unexpected bill that has grown to $50,000, including interest.
In all honesty, he has given me so much. If it wasn't really for him, I wouldn't be.
While a father and daughter still hope there's a better answer.
If there are a lot of people that are signing away, wanting to retire to provide for their family, how do you know if this is going to happen to you or not?
That was Julia Janae with that story. And we reached out to several layers of the VA. The Pension Benefits Department told us they would not require a military dependent to pay back educational costs if the veteran was discharged honorably and involuntarily. What we're still waiting to hear is why Jordan is still required at this time to pay that debt. And of course, we will continue to follow this story.